came down the way they did. And I want you to know, I have all the respect in the Lord for you, brother, and you'll be missed.
I never really thought this day would come. And I sure didn't want it to come tonight, but I've been doing this, like I told you, for almost 30 years. And I've worked with some of the biggest names in this business. But I want you MWA fans to know one thing. Vince McMahon, Jeff Jarrett, those two guys, and take their guys and do whatever they want to with them. But you put us on TV, and I'll take these guys over their wannabes any day of the week, any time of the year. This is the best bunch of guys that anybody could have ever been blessed to be around. And I want to thank each and every one of you. I want to thank the fans that have come out here week in and week out and supported not only me, but these guys. Without you, we're having one big party by ourselves. And all the guys know we can throw one hell of a party when we want to. Strippers are high, so we don't make a lot of money, so we don't have a lot of parties. Let me put it that way. But maybe next week, and I know you've heard this 1,000 times before, it's always next week. Well, I've got one more next week. And maybe I'll be a little better prepared then. Maybe if everybody's here tonight, can come back next week. Let's see us one more time.
Well, I'm going to give you a reason to come back next week, because next week it's all going to be about Gentleman Jim Chadwick. We've done a lot of things down here. We try to entertain you each and every week, and I think Jim Chadwick all over the state of Kentucky and everywhere, when you left out of here, you were either tickled or pissed, but he did his job real well, and we knew he did. There's a lot of things a lot of people don't know about Jim. He's a company man, and he'll do exactly what he's asked to do, and he does it at the expense of, well, all these guys standing around here, because he has the utmost respect for them. And it doesn't matter whether there was 15 in the crowd or there was 400 in the crowd. Jim always performed. And we've been in this longer than anybody standing out here, I promise. We went to Dale Man, we went to Danny Fargo, we've done it all together. And I promise you, he is a company man and does exactly what's asked of him and never cried about it the whole time. The guy wears pink socks for a living. I mean, look at it, look at him. I mean, I don't mind anybody wearing pink, but a guy that'll come out here and entertain you week in and week out, I've got the utmost respect for him, and I would appreciate everybody to come back next Saturday night. Because as a Christian federation, we try to do the right thing, and the right thing is next Saturday night. It's about Jim Chadwick, and he will be inducted into the MWA Hall of Fame. So next week it might not be about tag matches, it might be a roast about Jim Chadwick. I've got some great stories to tell each and every one of you. And I want Jim to bring all his fondest memories. And I want everybody that's out here, all you workers, to come out here. This is the easiest promo ever cut. Next Saturday night, it's Gentleman Jim Chadwick's night. I encourage everybody to come out. It's going to be a roast. I want every worker that I got on staff to be here next week because you're going to get an open mic to tell your side of the story about Gentleman Jim Chadwick. And we're liable to take the mic out in the crowd. If you got something to say, we'll let you say it about Gentleman Jim Chadwick. Ladies and gentlemen, the #1 independent wrestling manager, wrestler, whatever you want to call him, I give the floor to Mr. Gentleman Jim Chadwick.
see them here tonight. So without further ado, your mini contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, he is represented by Mr. Everything, Maxx Sledd, and is from the Steel City, Iron Man, Cody. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, once again, $2, Gentleman Jim Chadwick pictures on sale. After the show, he will autograph them. It's the first time he's ever done it in his entire career. Be sure to be a part of that. The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, he is the legendary Larry D.
Oh my God! Ah! Larry D! That's
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we're going to take our first and only intermission of the night. Up next, your guest of honor will be here live. Don't forget, Chadwick pictures available. $2 if you want to autograph him. He'll be available after the show. We'll be back after this intermission. Ladies and gentlemen, here in just a few minutes, we're going to be starting back. Don't forget, for more information on the MWA, MWAonline.net. Ladies and gentlemen, finish up, get your concessions, get everything you need. We're about to start back in just a few minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our main event of the evening. Please welcome the owner of the MWA, Donnie,
Is everybody having a good time so far? Well, good. If this is your first time to the Jubilee, welcome. Tonight we're here to pay tribute to a guy that's been here for over 30 years with the MWA. And I couldn't think of a better way to send him off. I know that some people's careers come to an end. I had to take a little time off to raise my kids, but he's taking legitimate time off to be with his family and take care of some medical needs. But I know without a shadow of a doubt, when you paid $7 to come to this building. Jim Chadwick entertains you each and every Saturday. I know there ain't a lot of people out there that like him, but a man that wears pink socks, like I told you last week, we gotta love that guy. So this is gonna be the main event. Let me tell you a little bit about how this is gonna go. Every MWA superstar is here tonight. Some old ones, some new ones. A lot of people are here. We're gonna have a little roast about Gentleman Jim. There's gonna be some things I don't think his wife knows about wherever she is. But that might be the ghost of Jim already lurking around here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, introducing first Jim's opponent, the MWA Tag Team Champions, Valor and Johnny Ronnie. Ladies and gentlemen, the MWA Tag Team Champions, Johnny Mo Money and Ron Valor. The two of us haven't been part of the MWA for very long, but we're here long enough to see how much heart that Gentleman Jim had for this business. Before we came here, we sit back there and watch him entertain. Make you mad, and then make you laugh again. So on behalf of me and Johnny, I would like to thank Mr. Chadwick for all the things he's done for this company and everybody in this building.
Hell yeah!
Jim's second opponents of the evening are former MWA Tag Team Champions, me, Mike Strong, and the Iron Man, Cody Matthews.
Well, it hasn't been very long since I've been a part of this crew of boys here myself, so I remember there was a time when there was nobody that would give me any kind of a chance, anything in Kentucky wrestling. But I remember also that Jim always said somebody just needs to give the man a chance, and for that, Jim Chadwick, I thank you.
Go Jim!
The first day that I walked into the NWA locker room, the first person I saw was Jim Chadwick, and he said, "Cody, welcome." And that means more to me than anything else, so thank you, Jim.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jim's third opponent of the night. Guy's got a lot of charisma, guy likes to dance. Ice Train!
Mount Sterling KYD, a legend's definitely leaving the city. Gentleman Jim Chadwick. Man, definitely a legend and an icon in MWA, and can't really think of any stories, but one comes to my head. One time we was up in West Virginia, and Jim, I know you're back there, so you can hear me. We was up in West Virginia, and he's pulled the car over, and when we finally get up beside him, we pull up beside him, I think it's me and Shayne Parker. He said, who the hell's like nice train? Read the directions. And he can always make us laugh, he can make you cry, he's a great guy. And Jim, it's nice to be you, buddy. Love you.
Gentlemen, Jim's fourth opponent in the main event tonight. Mean Gene, Casey Kaos, and Mr. Everything, Maxx, Sledd.
Jim, I got a lot of respect for you, man, and it's been an honor working with you over the years. Without guys like you, guys like me wouldn't have a chance in this business. So thank you, brother. It's nice for you.
I just want to thank gentleman Jim Chadwick, because anytime I'm in the back and I don't have powder or I don't have a chain or some brass knuckles, Jim Chadwick's got a bag full of them. I'm hoping he'll leave them in the back. I've never seen a day in my life. But anyway, I just want to thank you, Jim, because you're the man. If it wasn't for people like you, there wouldn't be guys like me just trying to be halfway as good as you are. Gentleman Jim Chadwick, everybody.
What else is there to say but thanks, Jim. You've been great, bro.
Hey, Max, I think we're going to confiscate his bag so you don't get any tricks. Ladies and gentlemen, his fifth opponent, right here in Maxx, Kentucky, Kelly Charles and Kyle Maggard.
You know, I'm not going to come out here, seems like everybody's coming out here talking like Jim's passed on. Well, I can say this, Jim has left a legacy on this business like no other. On the independent scene, gentleman Jim Chadwick is a legend, okay? He's helped out each and every one of these guys in some way, shape, or form. Okay, as far as myself, when I first came into this business 10 years ago, gentleman Jim was there. And now, unfortunately tonight, he's going to be no longer with us in a wrestling aspect, but Jim will always be around. There will always be an aura that he has left in this building. And as far as stories that you could tell about gentleman Jim, now know one thing he always loved to ride in a car with me for some reason. You know, whether he's sitting over there and grabbing the holster of the old crap handle or just saying, slow down, son. I don't know why that was. Or one time we come back from a little visit up north in Louisville, and I wanted to see how fast the rental car would go without cutting off. And it got up to 110, and I don't remember what Jim's heart rate was at, but it was somewhere up there at 110, somewhere along those lines. But I'll be honest with you, I'm a guy, I come out here, and I never have been able to figure it out. Nobody has, but I've always had low self-esteem. But as far as gentleman Jim, he was one guy that when I would always question myself, he'd always encourage me. He'd tell me, he'd say, I'd say, I just don't look good enough. I don't have the ability. And gentleman Jim was always there to say, Kelly, you've got what it takes. He was a mentor. He was like a father to me. And he's just an incredible human being. He's an incredible performer in and out of the ring. He's just a great guy, and I don't think anybody in here will disagree with that. Now, it's hard to come out here and tell a gentleman Jim story that will top what Kelly just said, and I've got a few that I could tell on Jim, but that might get him in trouble in a lot of different ways, so I won't tell him. I just want to say, no, that's embarrassing too much. I just want to say Jim is one of the true gems of professional wrestling, and he's going to be missed here at the show every week. I just want to say, Jim, if you can come back anytime. We'd love to have you back. And I got much love for you. Godspeed in any endeavors for the rest of your life, Jim. I miss you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jim's seventh opponent of the night. Boy, he's got a hind-end whipping coming, it looks like to me. His seventh opponent of the night is Mount Sterling's own Tuffy and Patty. You got kids, cover your ears, Tuffy. He likes to use profanity on the mic, and we might not let him talk tonight.
Jim, Tuffy and I have never known anybody that was more hated, but yet more respected in this business. Tonight, and we'll miss you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tuffy and Patty. These next two guys that I'm going to introduce, you know what? These guys, they started Mount Sterling Wrestling right here at the Estill Street Jubilee when it was really wrestling. And it's been a hard act for me to follow, but these two guys I have the utmost respect for. I don't get to see them quite as often. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Estill Street Jubilee, the Southern sensation, Shayne Parker and Colonel Tom Parker.
Gentleman Jim Chadwick. When I first got in this business, we kind of got close. Then we come to this building. We started a feud that went for a long time. And then we almost won the tag team titles. Me and Jim. Then he hit my dad and shaved his head. So we went back to feuding again. So, brother, you might retire, but anytime I'm in this ring, there'll be a little bit of Jim Chadwick out here, too.
Only one thing, Jim. Jim, you're the man, buddy. Those Parkers always scared me. Booty would be lurking around somewhere, getting ready to grab you and beat the living tar out of you. Ladies and gentlemen, the next three guys that we're bringing out, it was a guy that made his return here tonight, and I was so glad to see him because I got a lot of love for him as well, and I know he knows that. And I want him to know that also that the door is always open for him to come back anytime he wants to. Ladies and gentlemen, Big Al Steele, Chucky Smooth, and Ray the Bear Steele.
Gentleman Jim Chadwick, where do you start with Gentleman Jim? There's so much stuff you can say about Jim. But I've been in this business now for 4.5 years, and Jim has always been somebody that I can always go talk to. You know, he would tell me if I had a crappy match or if I had a good match. So, Jim, thank you for everything, sir. I appreciate it. Well, everybody's got a lot of stories on Jim, and I'll just tell his favorite story on me of all time. My first night, it was me and my brother tagging in Nicholsville, and I've always been kind of big, as you can tell, but you think Jim would cut me a little slack in my first night, and I was nervous wrecked already, and couldn't remember anything or didn't know anything really. Well, he gets me out in the ring, and we didn't win the match, of course, but he takes him up, he goes to the announcer's booth, him and my brother go to the announcer's booth, and leave me standing in the middle of the ring, and he tells the people to show them what they really came to see. He wanted me to take my shirt off, so I'm embarrassed to death and nervous still, and so I take my shirt off. Now that's not good enough for him, that's not enough, so he makes me take my singlet down, so there I am, shirt off, and it was just a pretty embarrassing time, but for those times and every other time that he's ever embarrassed me, or we've won tag titles together and we've been up and down the road, all I can say is, can't believe it's not going to happen anymore, and thanks, Jim.
Well, I don't talk a whole lot. I learn my mouth, but I don't talk a whole lot. Where do I start? From the day I started. I had 3 matches, and then I was with Jim Chadwick for 10 years. 10 years of destruction. I fought Barkers, I fought Kelly Charles, I fought everybody you could name, and Jim was there. Stories, I can go on for days. I don't know if I should tell when we went down to Flaming Neon and shorten it up a little bit. We took the best guy there, we spit on him. Jim was running out, I was behind him, I was behind him. A 70-year-old woman threw her walker out. Swear. Jim fell on the walker, Al fell on Jim, I fell on the gravel mat. So then, she takes her cane and starts hitting me in the back of the head with it. So finally we make our way to the locker room, and the whole locker room's got to hold the doors to keep the people out. And I even believe we had a police escort out of Fleming Neon, and promoter called us and asked us never to come back. And that's not the only place. There's been a lot of places, that they've asked us not to come back. Well, I love Jim to death, and I know it's supposed to be a good time because this is a hard time for me. Like I said, I battled Shayne Parker. We wrestled for an hour in this building. Kelly Charles, an hour right here in this, well, not this ring, but in this spot back there. And there was always one constant. When I couldn't go no more, when I didn't have nothing left, I could look over and Jim would be standing right there. Said, come on, get up one more time. And I gotta say bye to the most influential person in my career. And Jim, I love you to death. It's not gonna be the same without you. Thank you.
This next one's going to be a tough one, I believe. So, Law Dog, if you got some napkins, you might want to bring them up here. Ladies and gentlemen, this next guy, he's fought Jim up and down the roads for many, many years. He lost an election here to Jim, and I believe the ballot box was switched. But ladies and gentlemen, the guy that's been with me the longest, ladies and gentlemen, Jim's 10th opponent of the night, Lone Wolf, Body Blade. the Sunday at the KCW show, Lone Wolf Party Blade came the MWA, KCW, Gen X, and all the between, the Kentucky heavyweight champion. You gotta pardon me if I start to get a little emotional up here, because I've known Jim my entire career. From the very first day that I walked into the Georgetown Convention Center, he was there, and he gave me my first MWA nickname, which was Bodacious Bobby Blade. Thanks, Jim. But as far as Gentleman Jim retiring, well, hell, that was a better kept secret than when Jimmy Clough came out of the closet. And speaking of coming out of the closet, there was a match one time in Georgetown. I believe it was you against Rated X in a loser wears the dress match. Jim was managing Rated X, and guess who lost? Rated X. That meant that Gentleman Jim Chadwick had to wear the dress. Well, I think that he may have taken more of a liking to this dress than he should have, because he started wearing it every week. He was only supposed to wear it 30 days, but he wore this thing for at least a year. And then he started showing up in makeup. And then he started painting his fingernails. Well, finally they got it off of him. And me and Jim has been up and down the road for a whole lot of years, and just last year, I got a phone call from Amanda, which is Jim's wife, and she said that Jim's in the hospital and he's not doing too good. So Jim's in the hospital and he's not doing too good. And I went up to see him, and I didn't think he was going to make it. And the very next week, Jim shows up at the building, sick as a dog, looks like he's going to fall out. But when it came time to come through this curtain and come out here, he turned it on more than anybody in this locker room has ever done before. He entertained you fans. He called you skanks. He called you names, whatever. And everybody got behind him because they knew exactly what he was going through. So tonight, we're on here not for us. We're out here to celebrate the career of Gentleman Jim Chadwick. Are you sure Jim wasn't managing me? Because I don't think I ever beat Rated X in my career. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the 11th opponent of the evening, the Playboy, Shayne.
I don't know who booked this, but that's a tough act to follow, Bobby Blade. I don't know if I can do any better than what he did. I have a couple, well, I should say I have one story I guess I better tell. Everybody wants me to tell it. It was myself. I think Kelly Charles was there.
long down. Lisa, somewhere out there. I shouldn't have blown your cover, Lisa, but I did. Abyss. Who else was there, Kelly?
That was it, brother.
Maybe it was just us 5 or 6, and Jim was there, of course. We were at, well, first of all, we were down in Richmond, okay, before one of the big shows down there, and Abyss, he's kind of, he likes to have a good time, and some of us other guys, we're not as wild as he can be. And for a fact, Jim hasn't taken a sip of alcohol in a long, long time. So, we drive up from Richmond to a gentleman's establishment, if you know what I mean. Okay? Somebody, so Kelly, you probably were driving us or something, sober, everything was great. Okay. Right. So we get to this gentleman's establishment, and Jim, like I said, he hasn't taken a sip of alcohol in years. So we started, I think it was vodka and cranberry. What was it?
Red Bull vodka.
Red Bull and vodka. Okay, I don't know much about it, but so he was pulling down pretty good. So we're all doing our thing there, whatever. And then we look around and there's no Jim Chadwick. Where's Jim? We come to find out one of the girls there taking him, in the back, whatever. Hey, great. Sorry, kids. Sorry. I know. So we finally figure out where he was, okay? And the next thing we see is this big bouncer carrying Jim out, and Jim is crying like a baby because he doesn't have a penny on him. So Kelly and myself and Valor, we have to negotiate with the bouncer to get some money. So we set him up his tab, and we went out our way, and everything was great. But that's just one story I have about Jim. It's great. We're all going to miss him, but I don't think we're going to miss that stick up against our heads or anything like that. But I haven't been in the business that long, but you hear things about guys, and I guess you have preconceived ideas of what they are. I saw Jim when my dad was wrestling, my brother was wrestling over in Georgetown. I knew who he was, but I didn't know him. I really got to know him in the past year or so, and he's much better than what they ever said he was. We traveled the roads together, and I mean, he's been a great guy, a great mentor for everybody out here, and he's truly going to be missed. This night for Jim, and it's just a special night. Thank you.
Notice he's the bad brother. He goes to gentlemen's clubs, and I went to church. Hey, I'm going to pray for you tomorrow morning. Ladies and gentlemen, these next 3 guys, Gentleman Jim is managing currently. These are the toughest 3 guys that I know that, there's a lot of tough guys here, but these guys are awful tough. Ladies and gentlemen, legendary Larry D, the driller Eddie Browning, and Mr. String, Tommy Gunn. Kelly, you were out here talking about your driving. You just don't know how big a shoot that was, because I don't know how many times he's complained to me about your driving. The only real story I have about Jim was, I guess, about a year ago.
we were traveling down to Bowling Green, wrestling in some shows, and I'd say a lot of you probably remember the big promoter around here, Dale Mann. We were wrestling for Dale Mann. Jim was in the back, you know, cutting jokes about how old Dale Mann was. You know, he's older than dirt, different things like that. So we get out to the ring, we're doing our thing, and you know, every time one of the opponents roll over toward the edge, you know, Jim's patting on him, making sure he's doing okay. I look over, and you can see Dale Mann's mind turning. I thought, uh-oh, Jim, you're in trouble. Well, Dale had all he could handle, and Jim accidentally laid his stick on the edge of the ring. Dale sneaks up, grabs the stick, starts chasing Jim around, and I swear, all you could see was a pink flash running around the ring. Arms flailing in the air, eyes about this big around, and Jim takes a run and does a Pete Rose slide on the stage. Well, we all start laughing at him. All of a sudden, Jim jumps up. Oh no, I broke my leg. But that, like I say, that's about the only thing that I know on Jim. Jim, in the time I've been in this business, I've actually got to travel and meet a lot of people. I worked with a lot of great wrestlers, a lot of great managers. And I can say without a doubt, brother, there's none of them that tops the gentleman.
Well, my story kind of starts a little different because everyone else's story is kind of like, when I broke into the business, I met Gentleman Jim Chadwick. When I done this, when I first came here, I met Gentleman Jim Chadwick. Well, my story starts, and Jim will tell you too, I was about that tall, and I was about that wide. Walking around a certain show, yeah, Hayes, you were there. Blake, you were there. You know, I won't go any further. But that's the thing that me and Jim always talk about is how ironic it is because now today, you know, just last week I was in the cage. Jim and Jim's last match right there in the corner. I won't have him there no more. I'm used to Jim being there the last 2 years. Who knows when I don't know. How will I act? But Jim, I'm confident that you taught me enough to get these people as pissed off as I do. You taught me how to cheat a little bit. And I just want to thank you for everything because these last 2 years I've learned so much from you that it's unbelievable. The last 4 years have amounted to nothing, psychology-wise. And just for that lesson alone, I want to thank you, Jim.
Tommy Gunn doesn't do promos. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited to see this next guy here. Don't get to see him that often. He's made me look at the lights quite a few times. He's made a lot of guys look at the lights a few times. He's whipped Jim a few times. He's whipped me. He's whipped everybody in here a couple times. But he's an icon in his own right, and he's an icon in the MWA and everywhere else in the state of Kentucky. Ladies and gentlemen, Rated X and Mean Mike Green.
What's up, baby?
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rated X, welcome back to Maxx.
He's probably going to be long-winded. He's got a lot more to talk about than I do. Everybody talks about Georgetown, the MWA. That's where I started. And one thing that's always been consistent from 9 years ago in Georgetown when I had my first match with this guy right here, was no matter what happened, Jim was one of the go-to guys. If you had a question, if you needed advice, from 9 years ago when I started to now, he's always been one to extend a hand, pat somebody on the back, and straight shoot with them, tell them they were doing something stupid, and he'd smack them in the mouth if they did it again. That's one of the things I respect about Jim Chadwick is he don't pull no punches, no BS, and he's always there for you. And when it comes to people making sacrifices, Jim's walking this building on his deathbed, literally. And he's done it a number of times. And he pretty much earned that name gentleman because if you see him outside of here and in here, he's the same way no matter what. I can say that legitimately because my wife loves the man. They email back and forth. And I mean, there's nothing bad you can say about him in here or out of here.
What a night, baby, what a night. My one thing, my funny story on Jimmy Chadwick is we were in Georgetown, Kentucky, years ago. And Chris Hayes was probably in the business 20 years before I was. So that tells you how long he's been. Jimmy Chadwick was the announcer for the Mountain Wrestling Association. And he's sitting up at the mic stand and he's doing his deal and I'm out there raising 3 kinds of cane. And I look at Jimmy Chadwick and a light went off. And I grabbed Jimmy Chadwick and I lick him from here to here. The look in Jim Chadwick's eyes was $1 million looks, if you know what I mean. You meet a lot of people in this business, and from the bottom of my heart, I love Jim Chadwick. Jim Chadwick is a grade A, #1, give his all every time he's out here for each and every one of you people sitting in those seats right there. Jim Chadwick is the guy that will go the extra mile just to piss you off. And that's what I love about Jim Chadwick, because he does his job 110%. I could sit here and tell you, me and Jim Chadwick, I was the first guy Jim Chadwick ever managed. And we raised Cain everywhere. We wrestled Bill Dundee and beat him like a dog. And that was fun. But the biggest compliment that Jim Chadwick and myself ever got was from a guy named Handsome Jimmy Valiant. Handsome Jimmy Valiant, that's right, Boogie Woogie Man. He told us that we could go anywhere in this world and we could get over like a house on fire, baby, because we were there. Jim Chadwick, I love you to death, baby, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, people.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 14th opponents, or what I've got written down, is the current MWA heavyweight champion, Donnie Green, Rooster, Ronnie Green, Cody Green, and Princess Patty.
Alright, now, I ain't used to doing the top with Jim usually does it. But me and Donnie, we've been around MWA since we was knee-high up grasshopper. Jim had all 10 fingers. And I think I was honored more than anything when Donnie called me and asked me to be a part of this show to retire a legend. In my eyes, probably the greatest manager of all time. I've seen him manage everyone in the business. And whether you loved him or you hate him, I guarantee you never forgot him. And that's all I have to say.
I was always the one sitting out in the crowd. Bobby and Donnie was lying back, hang out with Chris and Jim and all them guys. I'm black sheep. But Jim's the only one that I can never see to pull off pink socks and green shirts, polka dot ties, anything you put in front of him, he'll wear it. But he can still come out here and piss you people off, make you laugh, have a great time. In my eyes, he's the greatest manager in wrestling history. WWE, anybody. They don't have anything on Gentleman Jim Chadwick.
I just want to say that I've been doing this. I've been doing this for 24 years. I've known Jim for 20 years. I knew him back in Georgetown. We've been up and down these roads. I just want to tell him that I love him with all my heart. And to me, he's the greatest manager all the time. And nobody will ever take his place, and he is well respected. We love you.
I think everybody took our stories tonight, so I don't have many to tell. But I know Jim since I was this big running through the dressing room. It's crazy. And I remember Dale Man screaming at my dad, "Whose damn kid is that? Get him the hell out of here." And, but the one thing I always cherish is whether I was on the other side looking at Jim, looking at my opponent, or Jim was in my corner, I could always ask him after the match, how was it? And knew for sure he was going to give me a straight answer. If the match was crap, he'd say, "Hey, it was crap." And Jim, you're going to be missed. And I just want to say I love you, and I'll miss you, and I think everybody will miss you.
Now it's my turn to talk about Gentleman Jim. How much time we got? No, the only story I got to tell about Jim, I think Edge was there and Bobby was there, was the time that he got his very first wrestling match, and him and Danny Fargo, Danny used to wear these purple tights, purple suspenders and all that stuff, and they dressed Jim up in purple garb, and he came, who was he wrestling that night? Do you remember who it was, Bobby? It was the funniest thing that I've ever seen in my life. But I'm not going to sit out here and run my jaws because the spotlight is only shining on one person. Ladies and gentlemen, your opponent this evening, Gentleman Jim Chadwick. turn the floor over to you, Jim, I thought long and hard about the whole weekend. You know, there was, and I haven't told you this, and I want to save it for right here. I don't know. Thursday, we gave thanks to our families and all that other stuff. And from the bottom of my heart, in front of our MWA family and our friends here, I want to say that I thank you for the hard work you gave me for 20 years. And I love you.
And this is the first time that I don't have a clue what to say. I mean, I got guys up here that I've bashed over the head with a stick and trash cans. I've kicked them between the legs. I spit in their face. I called them all sorts of names that one I can remember. Some I picked up from Cameron. And they come out here and they tell me what I mean to them. And it should be the other way around. I should be telling each and every one of these boys and ladies what they mean to me. Jimmy Walls is here tonight, rated X. The first guy I ever had enough courage to manage in this business. And believe you me, I've learned a lot in 28 years, inside and outside the ring. But X knows when I started, you talk about a total goofball that didn't have a clue what to do. I put so many guys out of business in my first 2 weeks just by simply not knowing about this business, thinking I could do it because I saw everybody else do it. And I just about beat Jeff Vickers to death one night on Mount Sterling Fairgrounds. And I thought it was as cool as all get out. Because I had never in my life, I'm not a fighter. I am more than a lover, but I am not a fighter. But I had never seen nor heard, at that time, a 325-pound, fully grown man squeal like a little girl. Because when I first started, I didn't have the pink socks and anything. I just had this Bengal tiger looking jacket that I'd gone to Walmart and got the material for $1.25 a yard, I think, and had my mom sew it together. And I wanted a cane because all managers I'd seen before were real cool. They had a cane. Well, I didn't have the money to buy one, so my dad's a carpenter. He had some PVC pipe. So I got a big 4.5, 5 foot piece of pipe and wrapped some tape around it and put a couple of those little chair covers over the ends of them. I had myself my very first wrestling cane. And I commenced to hit on Jeff Vickers that night. And I had never seen PVC pipe bend the way that it bent. But I swear, I hit that boy one time right here, and it ended up, he had a mark from here all the way around to right here. Jeff Vickers was ready to retire that night. And I had some rings on every finger all night. And I'd run by him as fast as I could so the referee wouldn't see me. And I'd run up, punch him right in the mouth with this big old costume jewelry rings on it. Then I thought it was Dusty Rhodes, and I'd wind up a big elbow And I'd hit him here, I'd hit him here, I'd hit him over here. Jeff left and didn't come back for about 2 months. But I've learned so much from all these guys and from all you people. And a lot of guys in the business talk about getting over, being over. And contrary to popular belief, to some people in this business, I have never one time tried to put myself over. I have never one time tried to take anybody's heat from them. And you boys know what I'm talking about. It's you people that put us over. If you like us, you'll cheer for us. If you hate us, you'll boo us. We work for you. But it comes from right here, the heart. And to all the new guys, a little more words of advice. You have 2 choices when you decide to step between these ropes. You do it as hard as you can. You put everything that you have into it, but you respect my business. This is professional wrestling. If you cannot respect it, do yourself a favor and do all of us that do love this business with our heart, get out of it. We don't need you. We only need the people that need this business. That's what's wrong with independent wrestling today. There's too many wannabes and not enough that are. But the MWA is tradition. It is respect. The MWA is the best wrestling organization in the United States of America. I'll take these boys any day of the week and go against anybody. Please give these gentlemen a show of respect right now, please. Like I mentioned, I'm not going to take up a lot of your time, but Rated X is here. As I mentioned earlier, he gave me my start in this business, he and Danny Fargo. Rated X is Gentleman Jim Chadwick. He invented the character, and he invented the hometown that I am so proud of today, and that is Pork and Beans, Wisconsin. All the guys have talked about what I've taught them over the years, what they've learned from me. Fellas, I learned just as much from you. And I'm the oldest guy in this business. I'm the oldest guy in this company. I may be your father figure, but I couldn't ask for better sons than what I've got right here. I also want to thank my wife Amanda, who's put up with me over the years. And she's given me the highlight of my life. And my old boy Cameron. And 2 years ago at Mary Child's Hospital, I was laying in a hospital bed. and the doctors came in. They told me that they had some bad news. And, Amanda had gone back home, take care of a few things. And the doctor told me, said, Jim, you're in pretty bad physical condition. And your kidneys have shut down a couple of times. And you're losing blood some way within your body, and we don't know where it's going. And then he told me, he said, you might want to call your family and your friends, because you've got 24 to 48 hours to live. And that's when Amanda started on the phone after I told her that we might have a little problem here that we need to deal with. She started calling all the guys. And while she was doing that, they were wheeling me into the intensive care unit, hooking me up to all kind of machines. And I started swelling up, and I looked like a big blue Smurf. And later that evening, the nurse came in and she goes, we've got a little problem that only you can handle. And I said, what's that? She goes, well, we got about 300 people out in the hallway. And they all say they know you. And I said, oh, that's no problem. I said, that's just the boys, and they're coming in. And they all came by and said their deal. And the doctors told me that my kidneys were in such bad shape that they were going to try one other thing that would possibly cause my kidneys to shut down completely. And they said in order to not have to run the test, I would have to go to the bathroom. I never prayed so hard in my life just to be able to tinkle one little drop. I was praying, Chris. I was praying, brother. God, whatever you do, the whole thing, I promise. You let me pee one time, even if I have to pee on myself. Let me pee one time to get me out of here. And this is crazy. Less than 10 minutes later, I was going to the bathroom, and I was squirting like a Thanksgiving goose. And that just shows you what prayer can do. And Chris has been out there plenty of times, proud to profess his Christianity, and it takes a real strong man to do that. Right now, brother, I want to thank you for being an inspiration to me then and now, because you're the best friend that a man could ever ask for. You're a company man, you're a family man, but most importantly to me, you're my friend, and I thank God for you. Over the years, I've called a lot of women a lot of names. And it's nice to look around and see that. Man, I hope that's not your defibrillator, Ronnie, because I'm kind of busy right now. If it is, it's, I'm a natural glycerin pill. I'll be out here in just a minute. It's nice to see that all my skanks and my tramps are here tonight. And in closing, I just want to say that you, the MWA fans, are the greatest fans in the world. I know it sounds corny, but you're the best fans that anybody could ever work for. And hopefully during my time out here, I've been able to entertain you in some weird way, whether it's make you mad, make you laugh, or make you cry. I've always tried to be different. Who else is going to wear these? And of course they match my tie. And if I had underwear on, they'd probably match it too. But I got in a little hurry this afternoon and knew 11. You ever had that moment when you know that you've forgotten something, but you just can't remember what it is? Again, I want to thank you, and hopefully the gentleman has been able to take a place in your heart, because you, the fans, and all my boys, you've taken a special place in my heart. And I want to say thank you all. I love you. I've always tried to entertain you. And in the words of my hero, Elvis Presley, I did it my way.
We've got just a couple more things here for the gentlemen. I know that every Saturday night, I know when I'm writing up the card or booking the show, whatever you want to call it, we're writing the show out. I always knew that Jim Chadwick had to be in the main event. There was no doubt. This to me was like no main event of any other. I couldn't think of anything that I would rather be a part of than right here tonight. Jim, I know over the years, we've railed down the roads. We worked for Dale Man for a hot dog and a Diet Mountain Dew. Okay, and we still had to put the chairs up and put the ring on the trailer. But anyway, your boys and me and the company and everybody that worked here tonight and all the people that came here tonight, I wanted to present you with your payoff here tonight in front of all these people so that they know and all these boys know. But we got Christmas coming up and we know you hadn't worked in a long time. But on behalf of the MWA and your family, there's $500 and I hope that goes to a good Christmas for you. That's the right thing to do, right? Hey Cameron, I bet you're going to get a bunch of toys. But hopefully, I wanted to make sure, and these guys wanted to make sure that you worked this main event, you got your biggest payoff ever tonight right here with these people and the money. I know the money you could probably throw out the window to have all your boys here and have MWA wrestling, but that's a payoff that we wanted to present to you so you and your family could have a great Christmas. And that's from all of us. The other thing, let's tell a great story about this, Jim. I can't let you get your hands on it. You'd probably turn heel on me and knock me out right now. Let me tell you a great story. This guy right here, not Jim, but Mark Morris, he's my business partner and my best friend along with all these other guys. He ordered a kendo stick online. I don't know where you get these daggone things, Jim. But anyway, it didn't come in the mail. Mark Morris this morning drove all the way to Louisville, Kentucky to pick up a kendo stick so we could pay tribute to Jim Chadwick, and I think that's a company man, if you know what I mean. take this home. Cameron, I want you to learn to swing it, because I'll need a good manager coming up the ranks here in a little while. But Jim, on behalf of all the MWA boys, we've all signed this kendo stick. I'm sure you got a few at home with our head marks on it instead of our autograph. But on behalf of all the boys of the MWA, here's your own personalized kendo stick with everybody's name on it. Thank you very much. But Jim, the last thing that I want to do this is the thing that I'm the most proud of, because I use the wrestling, I don't make any money doing this, Jim. Everybody knows we don't make any money. But if we can just make somebody happy, hopefully tonight we've made you happy. Hopefully tonight we've made you complete. Hopefully tonight that when you look back on your career, you can look yourself in the mirror and know that when you went to the MWA, that Chris Hayes, Scott Hayes, Donnie Green, Mark Morris, Tommy Gunn, Kelly Charles, the whole 9 yards, the Steels, all of us would go the extra mile for you, Jim, and we wanted this night to be special. And tonight you're going into the hall that there ain't too many people in. There's some people that are deserving to be in the hall, but I can't think of anybody that's more deserving tonight than what you are. Ladies and gentlemen, the second induction of the MWA Hall of Fame 2007, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jim Chadwick. Ladies and gentlemen, 2007 MWA Hall of Famer, Mr.
I'm a person, my friend, I say it clear, state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full, I travel deep, and every byway, going more, much more than this. I did not regrets. I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do, saw it through without exception. I admire each charted course, each careful step along the highway. Oh, much more than this, I did my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I was all more than I could chew. But through it all, spread it out, I I My friend,